I want my swing to be more front to back related, because I want to know, is my swing in front of me, my tip in front of me, or is it behind me? I don't even really care that it's over east or west. It's more, is it north, is it south, is it north? Because what does that have to do with anything? Everything. Like this right here. You guys tell me, what am I doing with timing? When the rear end of this, with my peripheral vision, I'm seeing this right here. Throw. My tip's behind me, my tip's in front of me. South, north, meaning when it's down, my arm's back, I can throw. I think of it like a teeter-totter. Some people get to watching the feet and worrying about the motion of the feet, but with my peripheral vision, the hip is real easy to see. You can watch the hip and it looks a lot slower than the feet. The feet look like they're going a million miles an hour, but if you'll start learning to watch your target here, but watch the hip of the steer and pay attention to, maybe even I used to say to myself, now. What does now represent? Throw. It's not okay to throw until it's right here. Why is that? Feet are down, front feet, back feet are together, smack the front feet, it falls out. Because everybody has a different, some people use a really stiff loop, some people smaller loop, so that would vary so much. But the bottom strand never varies. I mean, we want our ideal thing is to have the bottom strand really low and right through here, so it doesn't hit the ground.
You don't want to set it down, you want it to run.
Well, yeah, I don't want it to run in the sense that I release it early and it shoots through. But the minute I release it, that allows me to catch this leg and it lets the tip pull through, and I always have like a lot of loop coming through there that way. And because of the breakover and the angle, it sets everything up to make it easy to release it in that manner. Front to back, tip conscious. Where's my tip? In front. If you call this 12 o'clock, the feet being at the height of the jump, and his hip is up 12 o'clock, I want my tip of my rope to be at 12 o'clock. I'm synchronizing the tip of my rope with the stride of the steer. Now, the solid motion of his body going up or down, is pretty easy to identify that when you're back on a horse looking up there. Pretty darn easy. If you just didn't even have your rope and you was just riding in position and sitting there watching, relaxing, you could see this up and down so easy. I mean, it's this big solid end of his body going either up or down. And yeah, sure, his feet go forward and they come back, but the fact is, when they're up, even when he's trotting, when he's up, his hip is up, they're crossed, and there's that much room, even a trotter, there's that much room. And you'll catch yourself doing it this way, a steer that's kind of an old trashy steer that's trotting, you're like, now, you're timing him, even though he's doing this right here, and then you rope, and your buddy's like, man, that was awesome, you roped that trotter right out of the air. And you even impress yourself sometimes. I swear, I mean, there's times when it looks so trashy, and I trust my delivery, where most people don't. When they see us do that, what do they normally think about doing?
Trying to take it off instead of a big gate.
Throw a big old gate in there, and instead of trusting that. What really happens when a steer's trotting, he's up, his feet are crossed at that moment, that perfect moment. But you've been practicing being in sync every run. I mean, every run that you practice day after day after day is to be able to swing with your tip in front of you while his hip's up. So you've been practicing that. The only way to really screw that up is you come in there and then you're like, oh, I don't trust my delivery. I got to go with this other delivery that Joe Blow told me to do when the feet are doing that. Does that make sense? I mean, and in reality, the only steer that can't be roped with the delivery I'm showing you is one where there's weight on his feet, where he's trotting so slow that he's doing that. Then, yeah, you want to put that in front to where he's going to basically walk into it, what he's doing. You're setting it down and probably catching one of the other of the legs immediately. When you put it in front of his feet, he'll walk into it immediately. And then if you can leave your hand down there, he'll walk into the other. This is all you need to work on this delivery. And when you're actually watching the steers go down the arena, try to start learning to identify this motion in his rear end. When you guys are over here waiting on your shot, watching some of these other guys rope, as you watch them steers hop across the arena, even down the arena, practice identifying this. If you're paying attention all day long, you should be able to see this motion right here, because I'm only showing you either the up or the down part of his motion. Anybody can identify that.